going. We got Liquid on defense. We got Vitality on attack.
What I saw from Liquid were these sort of cool set plays that would give them space. Whereas Vitality, they could basically just sit, wait, and then go for these aggro hits based off, well, Durka and Safe.
Well, the barrier's already up, and it's Vitality on the attack to start this
Big
one
lurk
out.
up short, and Camma kind of just got caught off guard. B hit with the lurk. A great trade. I say B hit. We're going all the way to A. Gonna come down to Camma. We heard him. Either heard him or they were like, no plant. It's a bit weird.
To gain sight of this flanking squad there. Oh, that's a gap. That's a big gap. And Camo blows it wide open with kicks down.
Okay, some lovely trades at the moment.
Found, but do they know that Patatek is just around the corner? No, they didn't.
Oh, what an incredible job from Camo. He should have been dead to rights, but the last second had the read. Well, a bit of an awkward fight for Kiko. Realizing he can't go down, opts to try and play this one safe, allowing his opponents to attempt to plant, but they are surrounded from every single angle. Safe needs to pop heads, and the first goes his way. Still 2 to find. And find is literally the aim of the game. The fact is, Liquid have been constantly moving, repositioning, so Safe has to doubt even
Pivot over to A. Yeah, they thought because Safe died here that they were just going to go like fast behind. So the call was that in theory they thought no one was going to be on A site, and they were just going to walk into an empty site. It was more down to the fact that Camo decided to stick and then did pretty good. What an absolute shot, though. Keep an eye on the time.
12 seconds left, has to make a decision. Does he go A or does he go B? And he has got it spot on. This gives a chance for a post plant with no interruption, as Kiko has to run, has to give up the idea of where he is. Puts it down to 1 versus 1. HP
very nice. Chat pistols.
Kiko's gonna get it over the line.
3-0.
Valiant attempt from Safe.
It absolutely was. The start of this, though, the fact that we've been able to find ourselves in this position is all down to Camo. The fight on long, training out the walk back from last, that would have been a second side.
There's a thin line between like overcooking and just like an insane call.
Then even catches kicks on the way
Then they kind of got unlucky because Camo was over towards site.
Also the spike. That's the thing.
Favorite Billie Eilish song? I don't really know who that is. Favorite Korn song?
Someone else has to make a rotation back.
Dude, my favorite Korn song is does this count? With when Skrillex did the thing Narcissistic Cannibal? That was a legit song. And they did that little album with Kill the Noise.
In his hands, very scary.
And then in his hands, on an ISO. we multiply the threat.
That's probably the best Korn song.
Life that he'll have. Now Vitality are quickly making their way to C.
Dude, I don't listen to like pop stuff though. Much of it.
Blindly into the site and hope there's no one waiting, or that you find them if they are. Well, they were waiting just on a different angle, and the spike hasn't made it to this site. It's cut off on the way across. Durka, classic in hand, he gets one. But how much more can you expect? I'll tell you, it's 0. That's how much you should expect. Good flash.
Freak on a leash. I mean, it's a classic. I mean, he's getting a plant on this. Yeah, he's done great. He's got the plant.
Look, making the best of a bad situation. Now he's got a chance to isolate some players, but Camo's watching it, and he's more than ready.
Very nice.
Okay, good attempt by Durka though.
It's almost just a funny one. I felt like he was even just giggling to himself there a little bit, that he managed to get the spike and get out. It's a few extra credits, it's an extra orb, so I don't think he's going to be complaining too much. And for the side of Liquid, I think they had something purchased on every player, so that might be an extra gun dropped somewhere across the map, but it's not going to be the end of the world. They still come up with 4 players. They'll still have a decent resistance to the next, but they will have at least a bit less than their opponent. And one of the main worries is the fact that Safe is one of his ultimate, which puts you in an arena with Safe.
Not somewhere you want to be. We talked a lot about his ult last time we saw them. You know, the other thing is, I'll say it's the attack side. It's round 3, and Durka's on a Yoru. Here on Haven, last time I saw this, he blew my socks off. I think everyone's with the little fake decoy play. Pretended to become the utility, or became the utility quite literally. But the other thing is, Tom, he also tweeted out after that game, I'm going to do it in the finals. Now, most people I'd say, who cares? It's just some BS. He's just, you know, it's the interaction play. It is what it is. Durka, I believe him. I believe at least once we're going to see that man decoy it. And if we don't, I'll be having words after this.
Okay, but we got Liquid ready for this.
This might just be an attempt to orb denial, realizing how close Safe is, and well, he's got his ult online.
Well,
He also doesn't have a
yeah, they
phase.
wanted to like
And walking
clear
up,
claws, try
it's
get a
left in
pick
bit
before
of
they
an
got the orb on that.
scenario. Now, if that can be
And
reclaimed,
that was the
which
whole
is
pattern, was
exactly
meant to get the
Kamic
orb, and they
just walks
pushed
in.
down, pick
I
up the
was thinking
gun,
maybe there'd be some
and then now the
hesitation there, isn't
rotate
he? He's now
comes in
got a
as
gun
well. We got Darker selling a fake.
Now,
Got no
becomes a
TP to
little
get
bit
out of
better.
there.
And the missed shot is going to try and sell the ruse. And I say
Omen
try,
Flash
it
goes in as
succeeded.
well.
There's now
It's going to be
3
all down
players
to
within the A
Kamic.
site, and
And
only that
maybe
aggressive position on C
we get a check of
from
the camera
Kamic.
at the right point. Yeah, he hears the
Turkish
footsteps.
decoy ran through and panic stations ensued on site. Seaside hold needs
Dude,
to be
Trex
held by
was
Kamic. He goes
so
down.
on
Now
top of that.
rotations have to be
He's
called
like, well,
for.
someone's
Dirk
going
is
for this
hearing him.
gun.
He knows that space is just being
Recon
left
goes
open.
over
He
towards
called
C,
for the
they
rotation
fake
as
C,
well.
and then
Look
we
at them
take
moving through
all
the
the
spawn.
space
The
over
spike
towards
is
A,
on
and they
its
thought the
way.
Yoru probably
And the
would have
call is to
TP'd to
leave
join
Kiko
them.
up above.
This is a very nice
Watching
round from
in heaven. Well,
Vitality.
he won't be able to see. Kix is lining
This
up the
is the
smoke as we
spike at long
speak.
though.
And well, that was a little risky to peek early, but the smoke is bloomed. The site is taken. And now it will be
You saw the
Team
gun getting
Liquid
picked
on
up?
the
Okay, well then
retake,
he's
all
100%
coming in
on it.
from the same angle as well.
I mean, with Trex still lurking in mid. Okay, sure, the trip will... Oh, he's going to shoot and just run away.
Oh.
I like the idea. Camo already into the site, looking to try and claim space, but all
Yeah,
he's
it's a good
really
attempt.
found is that players are here and players are waiting. And while they're looking for every fight
Little
they can,
damage
Durka
at the
was
end for an
patient the
armory
whole
buy.
round,
Still
but
a
he finishes
very,
it
very
with
nice
a
round from
bang.
Vitality.
And I have
Really
to
called
say,
this great.
the main credit I want to
Like
give
the
that to
4v5, their plan on the
was just
4v5 is
fantastic.
awesome.
And this is something that I think Safe has talked about. Like, firstly, I don't know if it's true because he never wants to give himself credit as an IGL. But I also do think there is an aspect of Durka walks up, calls what he's seeing, and they are building plays around each individual player's knowledge and building it together in the moment. Rather than Safe going, Durka's seen this, let's go here. And that information he found won them the round.
Okay, lot of light armors on this one. Bit of a change up from Vitality. Looks like they want to hit over towards C.
Got that little bit extra
No
to
fake
them.
clone
Trap
on this
being
one.
taken back and put
TP to
down.
back aside
It's
if they
been
want it.
hurt. They know that
Recon,
it's up close.
smoke.
A
He can take the
Trapwire won't be
TP.
surprising
Recon's
anyone.
cleared
It's
everything.
the decoy to take the brunt of it. I'd say Durka could just walk straight through that. And goes the
Very
ult.
nice.
And it will be Kiko seized by Safe. A clean
That's a
shot found.
solid shot.
And they're right back
Kiko
to
hit
the
a nice
C
one
side with the
also, but
advantage now in a 5v4.
that's the
It's so
That's the
difficult to
death
get back in from this
of the
position,
shield.
especially losing Kiko. That's no paranoia, no smokes. You're going to rely on maybe an error, someone giving some space. And
Oh.
okay, Durka's gone down. Camo,
Yeah, and
his
Camo can
position will
just
be known.
really late play
they
this.
should have an idea.
Wait
that
for them
he's
to
just
tap the
around this
spike.
corner, maybe
Vitality
trying to
realize
sell the
that
idea he
there's
went back.
no...
Shots landed by Nats, doing damage, trying to pull players away.
Wow,
And
play.
actually, the
Realize
trades
that
are
there's
going
no
back and
smokes, they
forth.
go...
Trex
towards
is gonna
long.
be revealed, knowing that there's one there. Kamic lands another shot.
Dude,
and in fact
Kamic is
finds a couple.
actually kind of unreal, isn't
From
he?
that early fight, it looked like a position where
It's a
Vitality had them dead.
Big impact rounds. They still are going to
nevertheless,
probably force, and there's
Liquid
one
come out on
person
top.
that'll take the hit.
C-site was a lot weaker when it came to the
Dude,
bonus
he
round.
hit,
Big risks
hit some
taken.
shots.
Kamic pushed up, but this identity much better, waiting for the push to come in and then springing.
Kamic, he stood in for... Did he stand in for Leo at the beginning? I can't remember. He stood in for someone on Fnatic. And then he was on Job Life last year. And honestly, they may be... It was for Alpha? Oh, okay, okay. Visa issues? That's the one.
3-1. A solid start to this
Job Life
match. 3
maybe should have
rounds, all
qualified. They
diffuses.
just...
Vitality, early
In their
rounds going
Ascension
well.
game,
They're getting
like
on
the
site.
third map,
They're getting their plan.
the
With Team
Duelist
Liquid
kept on
and
timing out.
protocols to fall back on and
Like for the
reclaim that
whole
site.
last map, so
This
it's kind
is
of
worrying.
4v5.
Normally when a team stalls out early like that, it's going to be on the back of more
That team was
dominant
pretty
rounds.
stacked.
Not
They were
where
good.
the early plan's working and the late one is falling apart. That solution a little harder to come to the bottom of. And now Ultimate's online for Team Liquid as well. The Blade Storm not to be used. Patatek, oh my word, he's just walked down mid. Kiko was
And the
holding
bait
window and
of
will
Kiko in the
remain
corner
a
is
slightly more
awesome
aggressive
as well.
position. But that
And
is a
dude,
ballsy
look at
opening
how
gambit that has paid
proactive
off
Liquid are.
tenfold.
They're everywhere. They're taking so much space on this one. Over towards A, though,
into this
completely empty.
With ult online, he could opt. This is cheeky.
They have to check it.
There's no. Oh, it's a bit
Very, very
awkward,
nice
but
TP out of
Kiko
there as
gets
well.
The job done. Two-man advantage
Yeah, and
already.
they just didn't think that someone would be in that
Durka
corner
is
after the
taking
push.
space
They
with
also
the
got
drone,
info like quite
semi
fast after
giving
the
it
push
away.
as well, so it really sold it.
That means that that can be held.
That could can win the
comfortably.
round. Oh,
Side
okay.
Patatek, and in fact, well now Nats.
Well,
that forever
don't think they
lurks,
can
something
win
he's
the
been
round
doing
now unless
since
Kix
the
does
dawn
something
of
crazy.
time. That's caught them in the back.
Yeah, even leading
The
back,
Kix would have
he's
to
still
get an
the
orb,
lurker.
get a kill,
Vitality,
ult the
2
spike.
versus 5. And they have been completely stalled.
Okay, definitely not
out.
happening now.
That is
For
another
Liquid, by the way,
player dead to
that's a
mid-aggression.
lot of money.
We have just had a round where Team Liquid, on the defensive side, pushed Vitality 4 separate times. Often solo, at least the duels that it amounted to. So the start, Patatek walks left side mid, from a defender perspective, and Kiko's on the right. If you're in a fight, that's a 1v1 or a 1vx. You're on your own. Kiko can't swing 10 meters at once. And they win every single duel. God, for Vitality, this has got to feel tough. They are being locked out early on. And with a map already under their belt, this being their pick, Team Liquid
frustration.
showing no signs of
Big
slowing.
bit of frustration.
I think
Also for people that maybe don't watch this comp that much in terms of the Vitality comp, it's normally good for 7 or 8 on attack, so getting 4 already on defense is...
You have the kit to do it.
It's a rough showing so far.
Dirkus Yoru, he's able to get out of there. You're talking about Safe literally having an ability, a double tap. It allows him to be shot before he takes those fights. What we're witnessing at the moment is Liquid, I almost want to say, disrespecting their opponent. Oh, I'm going to walk mid. Okay, I've just walked mid. Now it's your turn to walk mid. Oh, you've just done that. Well, I'm going to walk long. It's like, these are not like, we have this perfectly placed piece of utility. Oh, I'm going to use the Teo.
I'm biased. I try and be as I try and be as neutral as possible. I just want to like focus on why a team won and like the improvement the teams make.
Firstly, qualifying, you've
I
got
don't really
at least some of the pressure off your back, and I think you're looking at these.
Like obviously know people in teams, so I kind of want them to win.
Enjoying themselves,
but
because let's be real.
Unless it's Yampy, obviously I want Yampy to lose.
Heavy favorites.
That's him in chat.
Most teams haven't been able to even get close to them. Taking a map seems like a victory in a lot of cases.
But yeah, I like to just watch the Valorant, just see why teams lost.
This has been maybe one of the first times they've truly been tested since their opening game versus KC.
Well, this is the thing.
What on Sadak?
Team Liquid, Team Liquid truly forged in fire. 5 opponents eliminated, back to back. Elimination matches, and they won them all. And that gives you a little extra twang.
Yeah, and we've seen this one before. Yeah, it's just the set rounds.
Do is attack.
Dude, what team stole this the other day? Was it
this one has got to
hurt. G2 that stole this?
1 down. Rifles coming out though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I like this round as one that we've seen before, like this setup where you have
it's so nice. You push them forward into the open.
The Teo annihilation plus
look at the util spam on this. That's actually insane.
Guided salvo to leave the
pretty sure the stun looks good on that as well. There is so much damage there. Can't get much better when they're literally all in the area that it's meant to punish as well. Fast one, but Vitality get their buy rounds up, and this is what their timeout was for.
This has to be where it changes, Tom. Very much so. That buy-in play.
I think he saw 2.
Mid push again from Team Liquid. Patatek is here, but it's Camo who's the tip of the spear, making his way around. They've already had Nats push up C long. They know at this point it's an A play, but what can you do about it? Kamek's the only player there. He's just going to fall back, play passive on site. In goes Durka, the ult, seeking out players and seeing the site is wide open. Safe, 1 away from an ult of his own. Trex in the same boat. Huge post-plant potential, and it will be safe.
A nice spot early on. I had them over towards short as well.
And they're just about the camera spotting them out, but okay, didn't see Kiko. They still deal with him. In fact, Vitality very much here to play.
Yeah.
Every fight. Sure, Safe
and that's kind of gets out of the ult and wondering where his team's gone.
Be secured on the back of it.
So far away. That's the biggest problem. He was fighting in the ultimate.
They pretty much decided early on that they were going to go for damage here. Like Nats straight away out of the ult wants to do damage. Kamek should just try and stay alive so they don't exit spawn.
Give this one a go. You can see them, they're being held in. That's basically the goal here, is to try and remove as much weaponry as humanly possible. The round is going to go the way of Vitality, but how many of them survive? Well, it looks like all of the remaining players.
3 players alive, big boost to the economy for Vitality, and at a much needed time, at a much needed time, they put this round on the board. 5-1, not pretty. 5-2, economy could stabilize. We could see them bounce back, but the problem is Team Liquid are very much in a comfortable position. Ults online, rifles there, and a 5-2 start. Just looking to go back to winning ways. I'm curious to see if there
Yeah,
is
it looks like Liquid might want to do a bit of a punish here. 4 passing early towards A. Their money, like, Vitality's money is pretty good now.
It's a much slower piece of aggression, but perhaps it will just be delayed.
Okay, they hit the pop of their shield, so gotta respect that. Also pressure over towards A, so we see Nats pushing down towards C, taking all of that space.
Doesn't really seem to be worth it anymore. They are going to be playing this 1-2 punch though. Like, that's the thing, Panatek is the bait. The whole idea is to sell a ruse that he's the closest person, and Kiko has the chance to be the knife in the dark. They don't expect him to be here, but it's only going to be the one. A little bit of a win. Luckily, his teammates are doing work
so
on the
many
side.
trades. That's the duel that matters.
Down to just one. And once again,
Vitality
that
went
one
out the
is very
trades.
far away.
Safe did pretty good to get us a kill on site and a lot of space.
He is behind them yet again. But in fact, Vitality seemed to flip the script on its head. Instead of falling back to long or short the positions they were in, they moved deeper into the defender's spawn.
He's got 1 cage.
Hunter Fury is there for the post plant, and that is a huge piece of comfort for the Vitality squad. But they shouldn't need to use it necessarily. Curious to see when that reveal comes back online for Trex, and well, perhaps it won't be there on time. The recon drone is, and that has caused a massive problem for Nats. The shock dart hasn't made it any easier. Tapping it once, it's halved already. Now I'm getting worried. Okay, the reveal at least catches him. The drop is not good. Nats is still alive. He could try to stick that in the
He actually
corner,
had a
but
chance.
It
looked unwinnable at one point, but fair play.
Vitality, 5-3. Climbing back
Okay, Liquid pretty low money on this one. If they lose the next after eco.
It feels like maybe go back to slightly more basic plays, just taking over that long control, clearing short, or even though it got a little bit dicey. I don't mind the setup, but didn't quite work out this time. Not falling for so many of those Liquid traps. And while now looking into
there's the 2 that can't buy.
it seems like Liquid are throwing everything in here.
Heavy start over
Operator
towards A,
purge,
and
they
it
wanna
looks like
try
this
and
time Vitality
deny
are ready
this A
to
presence
maybe
that's been
even
there for so
fast
many
react.
rounds.
We'll
With
see.
this op,
Yeah, it looks like they want to fast react now.
Vitality have no intentions of going
Yeah,
that
realize
way.
they start going aggro, fast
Cage
react.
just
Good
faded,
luck
stealth
to Nats.
throw
They're
went through
expecting
on
so
A. They're just now
close.
seeing that it's wide open, but it could be too little, too late. Nats isolated in this fight, surrounded and shot from the C site. The TP coming into play has to be cancelled as the C site's being completely overrun. In comes the spike. It's kicks to plant, nobody needing the orb. Kamik though, he's caught a whiff of Durka. Taking him down.
Kicks almost managed to not get hit by the ult here. Still no plant yet.
Kicks is still safe. No punish just yet. And the 4 players left on Team Liquid soon to be revealed. There is no easy solution though for Vitality, no gap to exploit. Instead of finding open space, they will attempt to open the space themselves, crack it wide open with Camo's head being the first target.
Very nice, good trades.
Although
Every
they
single
landed,
time it's
the
numbers
cost
together.
paid is too great.
Let's
Les,
see it.
in an impossible clutch, finds the first, steps back.
Oh man, it would have been unbelievable. There's a really nice try on that.
Clears him this time, 6-3 for Liquid.
Kamik again, just looking so impactful.
Ridiculously close. We saw him get off to a really quiet start in map number 1, but it definitely seems like that man's coming alive. And like again,
I've never seen a Cypher play like this.
Nats this time was
Where we had like camera close and he's just on the corner ready to swing off the contact.
Again, we see Kamik, someone who has a lot of sort of aggressive setup.
He nearly caught them smoking and droning both together. Like if he had got the Sova cleaner, that Omen's dead as well.
That was the last-ditch effort on the finances for Liquid. Now the same can be said for their opponents. Non-operator didn't really come into
Yeah, I
play
do
in the
wonder
first
if
round, so
Liquid at
it's
one
still
point are gonna punish.
available.
Very nice.
Oh,
Are
okay.
gonna
This
punish
time the
on
fake has
Garage.
not been sold.
Dude, look how confident they are, but every single time they got numbers. We even had the pass and watching window for the trade here.
For Vitality, 2 players lost in the early round. I mean, it represents at least an upgraded weapon for Safe, but it's about the only positives. Team Liquid double the rounds of their opponents and almost double the manpower in this round. Vitality will seek out the A site. And to be fair, looking at the map, it is by far the best option for this squad. But I think the real danger of it speaks to how Liquid put a lot of those early rounds on the board and why they're so comfortable with leaving A open. Their retakes have been good so far.
They also have Armageddon, which is just going to clear out so many angles if it gets to that stage. So they're confident in that ult in the post-spawn. The one thing I'll say is if they can get the spike to safe, he could try and take someone early. And if that is Kamik, that could throw a real spanner in the works. That's the one thing I'm thinking could play into their hands.
30 seconds left.
Instead, though,
yeah, let's see if Safe gets a kill. You'd imagine Kamik's going to use his ult onto this one. Liquid have too much util. They would have to mess up to lose this. Or Safe would have to do something crazy close there.
Armageddon, I believe, will be put into play. Oh, perhaps I'm wrong. No, they've gone for the dive already. Straight into the site, just overwhelming them with the numbers, and it's working.
Yeah,
Safe
very
alone
nice.
Doesn't stand a chance.
It's just nowhere for them to hide on this one as well. Flash and stun. Good news as well, they saved their tail.
To a slow start for Vitality on both maps, and sure, they climbed back into it over on Split, but too little too late, 13-10. Let's hope it's not the same story here. That 7-5 scoreline.
They look convincing. There's like a solid team play diff at the moment.
Still possible, but they need to show up in both of these final
like
rounds.
there's always trades or numbers.
The
The team looks really good from Liquid.
Yet again when we go to half number 2.
Well, you have to
You started seeing signs of it on Split as well.
It was actually an 8-1
There's
start for Vitality, and then
everyone's out here trading.
Yeah.
Nats as well. I mean, Nats is playing great.
Has had success on
He
this
has a hard job of holding
currently
down Garage and
with their
C at the same
struggles.
time
Now,
with his
there's no
setup,
doubt
but
they could still pull it back, but it needs to be something a little bit more already. Armageddon thrown
yeah,
through
and then the
ultimate
ult missed
from
as well.
Safe
The ult didn't hit anyone.
failed, and Kiko's managed to get
Dude.
that opener straight off, and that's a lot of what they had to get into this site. With that ult gone, they're now just gonna have to push it dry.
Limited info
such a
as well
rough-
from someone like Trex. Look at this.
I would have to
From
watch
our
it again, but you
observers, catching
should be
Kamik,
using the
and
drone off of that,
rotation is
no?
on the way back over towards this side of the map. If they walk through
Drone
that
recon.
doorway,
Here with the
checking
sound of the
left,
recon.
It's unlikely.
Got shot.
Usually these players are on long, they're tucked in those corners.
And every
or they're
single
pushing
time
all
there's
the
some
way
kind of
through.
pressure,
Indeed,
you
they
see
walk
someone
right
taking
past Kamik.
map
It's
control
a
like this as well.
freebie.
Vitality
Even
is still on
double
top of it.
trouble, and if
This is
round
the
was
first time it's
looking
happened like
bad,
over towards A. It's
just
normally
gotten
been
a
Nats
whole
over
lot
towards C,
worse.
right? But
Less
this time
and
it was
safe.
over towards A. They got a
Less
great
void
read
of any
on
utility.
where
It's
they
all
are on
down
the
on the
minimap.
Safe. Well, he won't have a lot to say about this. No shield and 4 players to take down. They're still going to try it, though.
Yeah, Paddy, his only job is to delay. He doesn't really care about being the hero or the glory. He just wants to make sure this round goes in his team's favor. And the thing is, I think Safe realizes that, okay, if I just allow them to
I was going to say he needs to crouch there, otherwise their head's going to be spotted.
Make a play. Oh, we saw less attempt.
God, it's all pretty
A
perfect.
1v3 falls short by 1. Now has to try and face off against 4.
Here is big swing. The first is landed. 2 players on his right. He's isolated the one, but he's just hiding, waiting for his moment. Well handled by Patatek.
Looking kind of
No
incredible.
chance to take that fight, and the round was lost regardless of the result. 8 on the board.
6 out of 8
For
teams
Team Liquid,
going
we're
to
again
Bangkok
looking at
have
an
academy
8-4
teams.
best-case
Yeah, I mean,
scenario.
it was just proven with EG
Without a
that it's like
pistol
a
under their
legit
belt.
thing, right?
With the history
So
of
nice
this
to have
map
in-house
as well, and
practice.
Team Liquid looking as hot as they are right now.
Also, if your team's like
Vitality.
helping you work
They
out
need to
stuff
turn
or
this
maybe
around.
like
They
tweak
need
stuff
to
as
do
well,
so. If not now,
I think it's
right off the
pretty
bat
sick.
in the next half, because this
Catastrophic, thank
attack
you so
has
much for the
not
prime.
shaped up
Appreciate the
well.
4 months. Thank you for that.
They're just looking to do as much damage as humanly possible in the
Thank you,
early
thank
stages
you.
of the round. Obviously, there'll be guns for
Double-
them to find on the
double
floor on
outlaw,
everybody except maybe
And I
Camo.
guess we have backup guns for this one.
The thing is, they've been
Let's have a
caught
little
with
look.
so
We've got
many
4
of these
people that can get
aggressive
one
pushes.
shot.
Think about how
And yeah, they
many
will pick up
times
their
in this
backup
map
guns already.
Kamik has caught them in awkward spots. They're having to pop those shields early just in order to make sure they're not caught. And in fact, the defense, again, it might be going well for them, but they are still pushing. They are still happy to get aggressive while all this time is being spent using that utility to clear
They're
out
so
positions
aggro.
in
They're
front.
so proactive
And
on
last
defense.
time
It's
this
lovely
did
to
fail
watch.
miserably for Liquid.
Kamik's
We'll see if
really
they can
committed, but the
catch
smoke's
out
going to help
Lestis.
him a little bit.
Time
And
of war.
Lestis
The
has
timing couldn't be better for them.
no idea that there's this close. Spots 2, doesn't spot the
Found
3rd
pick
yet.
they needed. But Vitality aren't giving up the space. Safe's going to walk through. Look for the fight on short. This
Yeah, and there's the 3rd.
No, he's caught
There's safe tunnel
jumping
visions
up
for the 2
ramp.
behind. Damn, it's really nice.
Oh, Oh, you almost have to wince in pain looking at that one for Vitality. An unfortunate scenario. But for Team
It's another
Liquid,
9-3 half,
their
right?
dominance underlined with this 9-3 scoreline. Liquid's pick, well, starting out a lot better for them than Vitality's did on the other one.
Oh, that's the thing. This is back-to-back 9-3 halves now. They've started off both maps so incredibly strong. They are looking great individually, storing so much depth in what they've got. Mitch, I have to say, I'm hoping we see some life in Vitality going into the next half.
Liquid, how do they improve so fast? I definitely think individuals, I don't want to call out too many people, but I would say everyone other than Kiko, like, wasn't really playing that great at the beginning, like for the fast game. Maybe even you would include the fast 2 games. And then I would say that there was always really good signs there, even if you look at that Fractured game when they were against, was it Giants or was it against someone else? But I can't remember who it was against, where they kept on like losing like 3v5s, etc., like man advantages. Like they were still doing the hard work, right? They were still doing the hard thing of getting like the fast 2 kills. Liquid? Oh, they're for sure the dark horse, man. They're doing great. I'm impressed they look this drilled. Aeolus, hello mate. Thank you, the tier 1. Thanks for the 33 months. Yeah, dude, it's wild, right? It's crazy, Aeolus. But here we are.
Welcome back, folks.
It's pretty cool to see. Nice to have hope in hope for Liquid again.
Map number 2. But it might be deja vu for those of you who
The rough Aeolus, yeah.
This is a tough situation for Vitality. They are on Liquid's map pick. They were 9-3
Am I still
down
against
last,
marriage? Bro, I'm not against marriage. I just don't want to get married. Not like, not against it, dude. It's just not for me. Like, I don't, if other people want to go do it, that's so cool. That's fine. That's awesome for them. Not against it. What the hell? Why do you hate marriage?
Very few stories of reverse sweeps, but I'm sure
let's talk about pistols
will tell you all about
instead of that. 3-0.
I don't know how she does it. Nonetheless, it's going to be an aggressive start for this attack. They are right into A.
Paranoia has landed. It's forced an awkward fight for Camo. He's retreating, buying time,
Okay,
but his squad is falling around him. Nice goal
almost
delivered.
a crazy round. It was a nice flood from Vitality.
Bouncing back into the map. A pistol much
Michael
needed for this squad.
1259 with the prime.
And
Thank you so
Kamek
much. Thank you.
stands in the way. The spike down in the open as well, and now they've spotted their final victim, waiting to swing this together. A chance to isolate one, but the shot's not landed, and now the firing squad will deal with him once he goes for the swing.
Just gonna try and make
Hold
it
up.
as awkward as possible.
He gets the timing right on this. Oh, okay. Dude, I thought he was going to do the salvos close, and then I was like, I was looking at the HPs thinking, hold up, they might have to push their own cage here.
Much needed pistol for Vitality as they now look to man the defense. I will say that makes me nervous because again, like I think there's aspects of this composition. I think Durka in particular on defense has always been magical at taking those aggressive positions.
Okay, let's
I just don't know if I believe
check out the Anzico. They're allowed one death on this one. Liquid, quite a little bit into it. We get the attack shorty on the Cypher. And they're heading over towards A. And it's weak at the moment. And the backup's pretty far away.
Pistols here and there, but I was about to say, I think Trex has done magical with the shock darts. He's done so much damage.
That's why we play the attack shorty.
Not a bad result, at least turning back for Team Liquid with damage, but they need so much more to make this actually costly for Vitality. Clean up. Anyone else?
Damn, dude, 4 HP. Got unlucky not to get another. Not an armory buy. I saw the regen going up there at the end. So they lost a gun.
It's not clean, but it's clean enough. That's the main thing. They can come back in with a few rifles, have themselves the sniper for safe as well. Although the same is going to be on the other side for Nats.
1k more points and you can make me drink water? Yeah. I was about to have some, but I'll wait if you want. How long does it take to get a 1k points?
Last time around,
oh, someone else has done it, so there you go.
Played them
have to wait, mate.
In Vitality, he dominated. Individually best player in the server by a country mile. This time it hasn't been the same
took the power away.
Although on the duelist right
posture,
now,
dude, my posture's not even that bad as well. What is this?
This is the man though that's gone a little
just
bit
spamming
more
everything.
quiet. Durka was active.
You can't even spam it, mate. Could you imagine if people could just spam hydrate and I actually had to go along with it? I have to have gallons of water next to me.
He has returned back to his defensive line. Not operator, pardon me. The outlaw.
Yes, it would be content. That's not the type of content I'm going for.
Tracks, kicks, and less, all with light shields. That's will quickly deal with them. Patatek's being tagged, so he's vulnerable to Safe's shot. But it is just this attack side outlaw. It's not something I expected to see very much of.
His team Liquid just drinking every time Liquid wins around.
The success that Nats has had using it. Now, though, the tip of the spear is already being cut cleanly off. Up close is kicks to deliver another death blow.
Okay, they gotta the whole A is weak game plan is out the window. Let's scrap it. Let's default.
Much better signs of life from this squad.
Oh, that was a bonus as well. Like you're talking about a round that realistically, when you win it, maybe you have a player alive. I'll say that Trex's utility
C is weak, yeah. The autumn timeout. I think C is weak.
Again, he's been underwhelming in terms of what we know we can get out of Trex. But his reveal left one player, I think it was Camo, just dead to rights at the beginning. They lose that entry, and then things become that bit more difficult for Liquid to follow up on. Going to be left with low weaponry, and by the looks of it, the way they're going to cut through this defense.
We joked about it, but it actually is the fast C. Omen Flash is pretty legit hit too.
More direct play, less stuck to the guided salvo, but steps in time
yeah,
to
kill trip, cross map recon. Oh, that's a nice cross map recon. Look at that one.
For the fight and finding it across the board. Team Liquid, 1 kill, but much more needed. A little bit more found. Durka quick to put up his 3rd kill of the round. Ult is online. The ace still very much possible with both of these players low. You don't expect this round to flip the other way. Safe is here.
They've hit pretty early. Kiko looks like he's going down here.
He is inside the smoke. Be a safe plant.
Spike planted.
It leaves Kiko alone. This wraparound from Kamik, he's so low on HP, he had to take it alone, and because of that, he manages to get the kill.
5 HP, got salvos though, so first tap. Dude, look at the wraparound. Okay, but it came from Garage. So when does Safe start considering this? Damn, dude, that's sick though. He's everywhere. That was awesome. Such a good play on 5 HP.
I don't think anyone would have believed in.
Not at all. You count them out. Well, it's
yeah, it's one of the better ways to use the salvos as well, for sure. But the reposition there is incredible. Last seen over towards B.
Brave. But he had a flash and a gate crash. He knew he's in and he's out. But then they start losing players. He steps into a cage to take the fight, trading out his teammate. My goodness, that wraparound from Kamik, the guided salvo timing.
Dude, he has unbelievable impact. I feel like I'm just talking about his impact every single time. But he's just winning so many rounds. What the hell is that?
Sit down.
That's not even info from the drone. The drone hasn't even seen him yet.
You might be looking at things going, oh, is this an eco for Vitality? Did they
unless it's just off the timing to shoot the drone. That's about it. Oi, oi, oi. We get one as well. Can he win the 1v1?
He'll get another chance to bite at Camo.
Shot.
He'll put him down immediately.
Could have min-maxed it a little bit, but we'll let him off.
Looking scary. But in a blink of an eye, Safe has turned it.
The Armageddon was even there to catch him coming out of the ult, but he dodges it, gets out in time because it was a quick kill. Takes another! That's 4 for Safe! And the info there! He knows exactly where
Trex is like, can I? Can I take this? Rough for the money. Rough for the money. This is going to get close.
There is a reason why we have talked about this man on Duelist. There's a reason that even last year when
Safe?
Fnatic
No, his
went
aim here
back-to-back, Safe was still
I mean, it looked
listed
like a
as our
robot.
#1 Duelist of the year. The guy could just pop off at any moment, and I'll be honest, if we go through this grand final without him having an ace, I'll be disappointed. Because, well, he's one of few players who's managed to get 3 in a single series. We'll see. For now, though, winning the round for his team was enough, and the way that that started, Panatek spamming a bullet to kill off kicks, Camo executing a second. It looked like it was just going to be Vitality getting run over. He has not only saved them, but he has destroyed his opponent's economy.
Yeah, I think coming into that round, he was tied for top frag. Well, it is most certainly Safe's at this point, 19 to 14, and really, this agent,
The mess up,
Iso,
engage
it
there,
just
yeah.
made the difference.
It
The
was,
utility he had,
giving
took
him
it
the extra
across
duel
the
was
line.
rough, but they
The
just
fact
wanted
that
to
the
take him
second
down.
kill he gets the shield up, immediately turns and pops the ult into C-site.
It was
There was no
costly.
reaction. There was no way to solve that problem other than shooting the guy in the head 2 times in a row, and no one could get it done. Not before he could fire back and regen those shields. 3-round gap, and Team Liquid called this
The
timeout.
trophy? No,
They
the
still have
trophy's
one
nice, dude.
left to use. Both teams do. It's been fairly slow in terms of the touching base with the coaching staff. The 3-round gap, this is where, well, the rest of the game is about to be decided, probably by the next round. This one here, Team Liquid don't have a ton to work with, and we're probably seeing a
We got
10-8
Hero
scoreline.
Gun.
I wonder
We
if Camo
still
will use the
have
Blade Storm, though, just to try to make it a bit
Sova
more
ult and
worthwhile.
AWP on attack as well. We'll keep an eye on Camo.
I
Camo
think
ult.
he's bought light shields and only has a pistol, so I
I will say the Vitality comp.
Yeah,
I know,
I'd
I know
hazard
this feels
a
like a
guess
bit
that
of a
he is.
meme because it's like A, and then they
So
got
he
shut
won
down
hell
on
of a
A,
round
then
to
they tried
win, but the
C,
last they
now they
won
got shut
was a
down on
thrifty
C.
as well,
But like
so
this, Vitality comp does
foolish
actually struggle a
believe
little
there's
bit on
nothing
B.
the table. Now, they have
It
not
is like one of the
played towards this B
weaknesses.
site at all
You
thus
can't
far.
really stop the initial plant,
Even still,
which
it is
means
being
that
watched
you can get in, get out of there, and just
distance.
save what you
Safe
util.
wanting that initial fight. He's not expecting a Blade on the other side. Durka still will win a battle back, and Camo manages to get out of there. He's done decently. Kicks also
Spike
wounded.
planted.
This is already starting to look dangerous.
Problem is, we've got a rifle now on Camo.
God, he-
Raptors Fury doesn't go through.
he
Nats
updrafted
has
and he
fallen.
popped his teammate with the
Numbers
ult.
advantage for the defensive side. Push up and Garage spotted though. Panatek,
Whoa, look at the
it's damage,
HPs.
and he's left both of these players in
30
mid
and
so
5 there.
desperately low. But those guns are still roaming the map, still problems for
Nice
these
kill.
players.
Dude, the
Coming
low
onto Durka.
HPs.
It's a good
I like this
connect.
play from
The
Les.
wrap around the side from Les is being
Atti's
watched,
on
and
it.
he won't get anything done. Trex in the same boat. He catches the first, but blindsided by Camo, leaving
Very,
Kicks
very
to do
nice.
it all. A pay safeguard thrifty.
Yeah,
puts
I mean, this was a
Team
good example
Liquid
about B being
back
weak.
on the board.
Because again, you can just save so
It's
much
the only-
util.
it's
You
the only
actually have
rounds
to
they
play
won
like
this half
bodies on the B
are
site.
thrifty.
It should be the
And
should be the
again, okay,
kind of game plan that most
Camo
people run
does his
against
job
this.
wonderfully,
Like just hit
getting
B
the
early.
opener, but this wasn't
So they have
all
to put
about
bodies
the
over
late
towards
zone.
B, and
The
then
damage that
literally can just start
Panatek
hitting
did,
the
I
other
think he ends
sides.
up with 2 kills, which is probably what he deserved anyway.
Yeah.
But just managing to hold on to the position, have the read on both final players in the end. As said, we have seen rounds from every single member of this Liquid core.
That money's getting low.
But the money's
1,
not gone
2,
yet.
3. 1, 2, 3,
Full garage push
4.
from Team Liquid. They got 2 players here ready. Utility fired
Safe
in,
with a
but
2-4. Yeah, he can
Vitality,
buy next. It's
they're
still good.
keeping them back for the time being. Back in mid, the play from Durka. Nets.
No
Oh,
way.
that's all.
I thought he'd be
Walkthrough
good for
from
that one.
Kicks, not expected. Vitality
Keep an eye on the,
showing some of that
Omen ult.
defensive aggression that their opponents were so fond of. But Kiko in the madness has crept up close, and there's no way out for Trex. Try as he might. The
Spike
spike
planted.
planter under threat and duress. Kamix alone
Joe.
on this C site. His teammate in the spawn could
Dude,
provide.
Kamek
will
is
provide that little
he's
bit
so
of
on top
extra
of everything.
help,
He's
and altogether,
incredibly
they've got
aware.
this one across the
and
line.
he's rarely
5
getting
HP
caught
left
off.
for Safe. No chance. Guided salvo could take him down. A straight shot. Hell, a gust of wind at this point. We're looking at 12-7 as Safe leaves the site to save this weapon for what will be the last stand of Vitality. They need 5 rounds straight, or they're going to need 3 maps straight. That is a
Liquid, yeah, no,
big
that you can
task,
tell the team
especially with
play
Team
differs
Liquid
for
looking
sure.
as on form as they are right
Like
now.
visibly noticeable.
God, they've had so much to really write home about.
Maybe
over
not the
last
best
few
round because
days.
Kamek just
I
kind of
think
owned it
the
on his own, but
adaptations
he
in
did
this
have
round,
Patty
like,
with him.
The initial play again from Vitality looks stellar. You have that aggression, you have those opening picks, but it's just the way that the rest of the players weren't just sitting around. Like Kiko gets his running boots on, immediately takes control. They get a post plant on C, which they know all the ground they've given up, so they play to their strengths.
Okay, we're back here.
And then just
5 chances for
interplay.
Liquids.
Like, that was my main
Les
criticism of
takes
this
the
team
hit.
in the first couple of weeks was it looks like just 5
Bunny's
guys
going
running
crazy.
around and they don't have that synergy. Now, you see the swings, the timing, even just the communication behind it must be fantastic. And
The house just falls apart.
already, Les is going to be fuming. His utility has been obliterated. This was one of the main keys.
Bunnies are
for
Liquid fans, yeah.
This agent
You're going
was just
crazy.
how hard it will be to play Cypher. I think he's learned that today.
5 chances in a row. Team Liquid.
Okay, Liquid just chilling on this one. They're waiting for some kind of aggro.
This is somewhere that, well, realistically, they're only getting better with time, aging like wine, and when they step over there, teams are going to be in trouble if this is the kind of form they're bringing to play. Ult from Kicks. Doesn't see anyone, but they were just around the corner. The timing slightly off. Nobody going short either on Team Liquid. They're going to completely bypass Safe, creep their way up, and be on the site before Safe has an iota of what is going on.
Give me this
He could be
POV.
able to flank them.
He's about to
It's a
spot like
50-50.
3.
Which way does he look? How
Oh
far
my god, he
does
hasn't even looked
push?
long.
There it is. He's just seen Omen setting up a smoke as well. You know the play's coming in, but Durka didn't know they were here already. It already busted down the door.
Oh
Safe
no, it's
spotted
such a
down
nightmare.
on
One
both
death
sides.
is just
Team
snowballed
Liquid,
into
the
absolute
dominoes have begun
disaster.
to fall. Vitality are left in the dust, locked out of the A site, but they have to go for it.
Yeah, and just look, there's so much on.
Yeah, I mean, they got all of the util.
Mateo, the aftershock stuns just being
Camo
put into
chill.
play to buy time. Okay, Camo's gone. Maybe an overstep, but with how much
Yeah,
you
definitely
have
definitely an
left to
overstep
play
with how much util we got. There's still an Omen flash. You got Teo, everything.
In fact, he's looking to do it all, but Kick still stands. Manages one more. But that time is
Damn,
being
very
fought,
nice.
and eventually
2-0,
the map
and
goes. Liquid
I don't want to say
find
too
themselves
convincing, but
to
definitely more convincing than the
in
first map.
grand final. Who would have thought it?
Well, it looks like it might just be highway robbery down on that stage. We said we deserve 5 maps in there.